I have OBS open just in case.
Don't worry, I got everything working this time. I hate myself. Okay, we're TX-Cryptid. Just a rundown. I'm the talking squid. This is Ezekiel. The one with the edgy reaper is Antonio. And the one with the hollow from Dark Souls 1 is Lewis.
There he is. Speaking of Lewis, good news. He is now a permanent member. Fanfare! Woo!
Good to be here.
Yeah! Good to be here. He said, good to have you, my friend. So now we are a group of 4 instead of 3. Antonio, Demos, Ezekiel, and Lewis. We'll get his introduction video out later. So, he's probably eating or asleep or dealing with family or something. It's Demos. Like, at this point, what the frick does he do?
Or he's doing something so explicit that I have to bleep everything.
Yeah. Like, you know, freaking fondling the teddy bear. Anyway, so we wanted to talk about what, Ezekiel? What would we talk about?
My stupid. Also the gardens.
What did you? Okay, so let's say, what did you do this time? But so yeah, why we chose the gardens, what we liked, what we disliked, and all that stuff. Yeah, and just in general that. So what do we want to start with?
Let's start with why we had to go to the gardens.
Okay. You want like the personal side of it, or like just
do the personal side.
Okay, jeez. Anyway, so the reason we went to the gardens was because after the mission San Juan and the train tracks, since they were both there, I was absolutely messed up. The second we entered the forested area, I just felt this heavy feeling on me, like weighing me down, and it did not go until we left. Like you could ask the other 2 that were there. I don't know what they experienced or saw or had an opinion on, but jeez.
So, let's talk about more of the super. It was a small vacation.
Yeah.
It was also a test run of some new equipment and to bring in our boy. Let's hear him speak.
Ole, ¿cómo estás?
He's in Buzz Lightyear factory settings.
Okay, I was about to say something worse. Okay, so factory reset Buzz Lightyear. What did you like about the garden?
Well, I've been there like I want to say like maybe 8 times in my whole life. So I wasn't expecting there to be so many people. The koi fish, the little trails. It was kind of like refreshing an old memory that I completely forgot about. You know?
Yeah, I get that. I hated the fact that there were so many people too. I've been there at least once in memory, and even I was surprised at how many people were there. And Lewis, if he was surprised and he's been there more than I have, then that says something. That place is normally dead.
Yeah. If dead, there's like maybe six families, people around, like 6 groups of people at most.
Yeah,
not everywhere. Like everywhere there was somebody. It was like being at Fiesta, Texas or some shit.
Yeah, like I was completely blown away and surprised at that. Like, oh my god, it was annoying.
For real. I hated it.
You know what my favorite part was?
What?
Paying $6 for a water bottle.
Oh wow, I would think that would be your least
tea was literally cheaper. How?
I was ready to throw hands with an old man.
How was the boba tea cheaper? Did they even have any other like real tea?
It was tea bags that they mixed with cold water.
Thank you. So they didn't even have proper tea.
Well, some people. Well, it's still proper tea by definition.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I go to the Japanese tea garden and I go into the cafe and I expect like some good traditional Japanese tea served inside, not what they had, but what they had is understandable because of the capacity. But served like inside while you're sitting down and it's nice and hot and it's good. Not boba. Not boba for $5 and water for $6.
Don't get me wrong. I know how to host a tea ceremony. Just the idea of that, like a cafe out there, that doesn't make too much sense to me. I can
Yeah.
understand the $5 waters, but that's kind of messed up if you think about it.
Yeah, and like I get that the garden is like a circle, but they had it right at the start.
Yeah.
Like I just don't know. Anyway, what is next?
Why there's a gap?
Don't mind though, that's my thing. There was a gap. One, because of the personal reason, like I said, I was messed up after the train tracks and the mission. But two, because Demos, who is not here, had to take an extra week for work, so we didn't have a week that the video out for 2 weeks rather than one.
And to tie in with that, the footage is absolutely giving me a hard time. I won't lie, I was lazy for a bit and I didn't even touch it for a while. But when I did, it was just messing up on my laptop. And, you know, being the main editor and having a laptop is like.
Pretty fucking
It's-
abysmal for something to work with.
It's the stupidest idea you can think of.
Yeah.
I'm broke, so I'll open
Yeah.
a Patreon to buy me a PC.
I mean, you can. We could do it to official TX-Cryptid, buy Ezekiel a PC so we can get better TX-Cryptid and play better games. Bless you.
Thank you.
Buy Ezekiel a
Yeah.
PC so you can never see anything in return.
But no, you're the main editor because like you have the best skill when it comes to editing so far that I've met. Like when I had to edit it, I just jumped around on the portions that were me and Demos and just cut every like 5 to 10 minutes to go back and forth.
It's still an hour
And
long.
then yeah, it is actually. Have you watched it to see what I did when we all went into the forest section?
I actually haven't because I've been busy.
Give it a real quick check. Let me see. The forested section starts at, let me see, 34:42. Like just skip up to 34:42,
Decent.
fast forward a few minutes.
34
Fast forward
minutes.
yeah. And you have to we would have been able to see that extra side of it, but your footage absolutely wonked out. So like if you just fast forward a little bit to like 35, you'll be able to see what I did.
Yeah, I see what you did.
Yeah. Like
I
even
hear 3 of myself. Wonderful.
even while it's synced, like you can fast forward a little bit just to verify, and like when me and Demos meet up, it is synced, but it's still out of sync,
Yeah.
which is weird, and I don't understand how it did that. Like we said, the footage messed up.
See, the
It's-
problem. It's a technical thing with that.
Yeah.
If we were all to have, like, let's say, not for. Don't put this on the equipment list, but if we were all to have a lav mic that was connected and synced to one point and one camera, that'd be perfect. We wouldn't have to worry about it because the transmitter range on those is, I think, about the same as a small walkie-talkie.
Bluetooth lav mic. There we go.
They're expensive, and most of the time you have to know what you're looking for. Because they'll say Bluetooth lav mic, but they'll only hook up to one camera.
Yeah, that's what you just said.
Yeah, but it only passes through one audio channel.
Yeah. I mean, last time we used a lav was when we got your phone.
Yeah, and that absolutely horrible.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, go ahead.
outside of that, it's mostly what we're planning to do next. This is
Actually, real quick, you just reminded me. This is a fever dream. This is a fever dream, but I wanted to go on record. If I am able to get a car after I get my license or a vehicle of some sort, like that truck I was thinking of, I had this crazy idea in my head. Get like a mini trailer or something on the back and have it like have a portable Wi-Fi thing inside it and all that, and make that like a little base of operations and an AC and everything.
I
Like,
mean,
just imagine that for a second.
I'm pretty sure if we I don't know, it's too big, but I'm pretty sure this is off the record. Do you want me to cut this out?
If it's anything that can make us liable, yes. If not, no.
So, I believe you could bargain with my dad.
Oh, the freaking
The-
trailer in your backyard.
The literal trailer in my backyard. If we bargained with
Yeah.
him,
I would pay rent to use it for a rent for a day. I will rent it out.
so here's the thing as well.
What?
It's old and I do not want to step in it because there are spiders up the wazoo.
So we gotta fumigate it and then air it out.
Fumigate,
probably-
air it out.
I-
You guys
I could
clean out
probably-
webs.
Yeah, I could
Then
probably call
get
up Bug
malo?
Man.
Oh no.
No. We wouldn't have to clean out webs in the traditional way. I would just go in with like a vacuum sucky tube.
Okay. Oh, as
The
far as
only-
we know, it is basically brand new, just aged.
Okay, so the only thing we'd have to figure out is getting power to it,
Yep.
AC, toilet, I guess, and setting stuff up inside it,
I don't
and that would be perfect.
I don't think toilet would be too.
Well, we got to make sure the septic stuff isn't infested.
There is a shower in there actually. That's the part that scares me.
How much is a trailer like that? Jesus.
$15,000 back when my grandpappy bought it.
What are they called? Mobile homes?
Not mobile home. Well, yeah, technically it's a mobile home, but sometimes they call them RVs. So... Like that thing is a house on its own. It has a stove, it has a sink, it has a shower, bathroom, a dining room, and a bedroom. It's just one like I don't know if you've ever seen them. It's like a studio apartment.
Yeah, I've seen those. Like, we don't need something that big, you know? Like,
Yeah, we don't need
But I would
something
be-
that big, but it's
but I would be willing to, if he's willing to bargain, I'd be willing to bargain. Like, maybe pay like 200 to 300 to use it on a day. Like, I'd give him rent money to rent it.
I know he wouldn't say no, but it's one of those things that he's gonna tell me, like, if you and your friends are gonna use it, it's gonna be on either his terms or it's gonna be flat out,
No.
yeah. It's kind of steep on that price if you want to put it that way.
Hmm.
But it's a really great alternative. If not my
Yeah.
dad, we'd have to bargain my Tio Julio, who lives right next door, thankfully.
Because it's his, right?
It's on his property. We own both the houses, but it's on his property.
Hmm.
So we'd have to talk to him because also we'd have to move his trucks and the boat.
But I don't even know what those are called, what they use, like in Ghost Adventures and in Phasmophobia, like the thing that's attached to it. I don't know if those are straight RVs or if those are something special,
Those are just straight trailers.
like just empty trailers.
Empty
that they
trailers.
filled up.
Yeah, it's the same thing as like when you make a food truck.
Yeah.
Okay, before we go, we had to get back on tangent. We can talk about that more later on. Possible next destinations. I know we don't get a lot of engagement outside of, when they see my face and they think, "Oh, let's go look at him."
Yeah, I still don't understand how 39 people got on our way to get Ezekiel for 9 seconds was interesting enough to watch 39 times.
Yeah, but outside of that, what are some ideas you've had? I know I've been kind of pushing them down, not in the negative way. Sorry, I'm just listening to the dog snore. She sounds like a fucking vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, my ideas have been getting shot down a lot. Understandable, but like with them getting shot down, there's not that many places we can go to. But most of them were abandoned places. But recently we found something thanks to me, mother. It was called the Hot Wells Resort, and it had burnt down a bunch of times. It was a hotel or something. That's an idea. There's also what was it? Hold on, I'm trying to pull it up. What was it that I sent you?
Let me pop it up.
Here we go. Here we go. I got it. There were just these random cinder block buildings off the side of I-37 South that we could look at. And then there was the Comanche Lookout Park. I want to go to the tower. And since Demos isn't here, we can talk about it. It's with Lewis at least. I want to eventually go back to Devil's Den just to see, because I want to see, because we found that by chance and we didn't really get to explore, because we found that by chance because a lady pointed it out to us. We both just went in sync.
Okay, so
It's a
I don't think
pretty cool.
Lewis. You know the story behind Devil's Den, right?
Not really, no.
Oh, let me summarize it in like the worst possible way. Two kids' bodies were dumped there. It's a devil worshipping site, and there's hobos.
Oh, even worse. Devil's Den. Oh, crazy.
Yeah,
It's also a really popular graffiti joint.
I
it's that kind of stuff has mostly tapered off with like people trying to make it into a bike trail and authorities having found stuff down there and going down there to investigate a lot more. But you could still find the offshot stuff, which is why we only are going during the day.
Okay.
I will say there are a lot of homeless camps along that trail. And I said
Yeah,
it on video too.
Fun fact, that's where one of my cousins' parents actually lived at one point.
Yep. Also never
See.
confirmed on that bobcat.
Yeah, I don't know.
Honestly, it could have just been deers.
Yeah. Man,
But
now that we talked about that trailer thing, I'm really trying to think about it.
I mean,
like, I don't know how we would. Like, I don't know how we get power to those things. I don't know how you do all that kind of stuff, but it interests me. Like, if it wasn't even that big, so long as we could at least 1 to 2 people at a time fit in there, it'd be fine.
I used to go on family road trips in that thing, so it's like a good
No,
6.
I mean, like, I'm talking about whatever we get, if we could get one kind of thing,
Oh.
Like,
I think the biggest one that people will do is they'll rent one from U-Haul for the meantime.
Yeah, U-Haul usually works pretty good with it. U-Haul fucking hooks it up.
Yeah, because if we borrow I'm just gonna call it my dad's trailer for the sake of convenience. If we borrow that, he's gonna have to teach us how to hook it up, unhook it, how to park it, how to drive with it. And I think he's expecting us to go long distance if we take it.
yeah, we're not really going that long distance. It was just a fever dream of mine. So if we really don't do it at all, that's no problem with me. Because I mean, it also goes on to get it. We would need a vehicle that's strong and fast enough to pull it.
Yeah, the only thing that I think would be big enough is a truck, and we have to
Yeah,
borrow from either my uncle or my dad, and he's not giving up his silver beauty.
yeah. Unless I get an SUV or the truck I'm eyeing at. Oh my god, that truck! 10K for 70,000 miles on an '07 F-150.
Yeah, they're expensive.
That's not expensive. A
That's
2020
fucking,
with what, Lewis?
that's fucking stupid.
A 2020 F-150 with less miles is 4 times that. An '07 for about 10K, almost 11, that just has 70,000, that's a steal.
I don't know about that. I don't have 10K in my pocket.
Yeah, you're not going to outright give them 10K. It's you know how
Car
car
payment.
cars work.
No,
Car payments.
Rent
Man.
payments, yeah.
Credit,
I'd rather just
credit
pay it off right then and
score,
there.
credit scores, shit like
You
that.
can't.
Down payments.
They won't let
Because
you
if you
half the time.
look, if you fucking put a 2,000, if you put 2,000, 3,000 down for the car, that puts your car payments at almost 400, depending on your credit score, maybe 300. And that just depends on whether or not you're getting it from a dealership. If somebody's cool with you, they'll give it to the bank, and you and the bank will do that together. And that way, it's kind of like doing it from a dealership, but the bank owns your title to the car, and you got to pay them that car payment every month.
That's just some bullshit.
No,
Yeah,
dude, that's just how it works.
yeah. If you do it
And
to a
you,
dealership, you pay the dealership to pay the bank.
but what's even worse is that when you get a car through like car payments and credit shit like that, you have to what is it? You have to get full coverage insurance, which
Yeah.
is so much more a month. That's like 250, almost 300 sometimes. And
If you're
depending on the
not
car you get, oh yeah,
if you don't have car insurance, then you could either lose your license, get fined, or even get detained for a bit.
literally.
Oh, that's fucking stupid.
Yeah, that's how driving works.
Owning a fucking car is no joke, dude. I've gone through this 3 fucking times. It's fucking stupid.
Driving is a privilege, not a right.
My ass.
Oh,
I would have been doing this before I fucking.
No, I said it's not a privilege.
Oh,
No, it's a privilege, not a right.
I'm looking at one of my rights right here. Back in the drawer.
Anyway,
right.
so yeah, next locations are either if I can find a way to ask permission for something, I can look into that. But it's most likely going to be the Hot Wells Hotel ruins or the cinder block stuff off of I-37.
See. I could talk to my uncle.
About
He used to work at the Manger
because that
downtown.
doesn't tell me anything.
The Manger Hotel is one of the haunted hotels downtown.
Okay, so so you said hotel, then yeah, I would have figured.
So it's on the higher end,
Oh boy.
but my uncle's a psychologist. And kind of makes a pretty penny. I can
Mm.
ask him if it's possible for him to get in contact with the owner again or something like that. It's a fat chance. Like a snowflake's chance in hell, but I can
Yeah,
ask him, see if he knows people still can get us in. Or at least I can interview him and see what his experiences are at the Manger, and I can see about trying to go.
Yeah, the chances of that are the same chances of freaking the owner of the Black Swan making an exception when they're having no private tours.
I don't know. Never hurts to ask. Or
I
push your
did.
luck.
I did twice. Both times were no.
Oh. 4 aces and 2 sleeves.
Nope. Yeah, well, that's about it. Nemos never showed up, so oh well.
Oh, would you look at
Um,
that?
huh.
I just saw him pop on and off Discord.
Oh, I didn't. He's probably waiting for us to get off of a call and then he can say, hi guys, I tried to get in. I don't know. Oh well.
Oh well. Well, guess that's the end of that. And I'm
Yeah,
gonna
any
stop this.
comments, concerns at all?
No, not that I can think of.
Like I keep saying, the reason I push the urban exploration idea down is because past experience. You don't want to get stabbed by a hobo. And I realize that's a derogatory term, and YouTube's probably gonna get on our asses for me saying that.
Yep.
I hope we don't get stopped by hobos.
Like
But
the only like
I get that
we can just hope.
we can just try one night or one day try. Just I don't know, follow my lead, because not to fucking sound like I'm trying to toot my own horn, but I think my situational awareness is better in public than it is in private.
Wait, what?
I'm saying my senses are better when I'm actually out in public and looking around.
I see what you're saying.
Antonio can testify, because second we stepped on the Ingram Trail, we already knew there were animals. We already knew there were fucking deer from a mile
Hooters.
away. You could smell them. I don't know if you Demos could, but you could smell them.
Yeah.
But it's about knowing what sounds there are naturally.
Yeah, I know. I was forced to take the survival class for ROTC. I know.
It wasn't even survival. Just how to hunt.
Yeah, I was taken out by when my grandmother worked for that jewelry store a long time ago. She was really good friends with the owner, and the owner's husband liked to do that. He would take me out sometimes. I used a bow because I couldn't use a gun. I was too small, but that was a good shot.
Yeah, I still go hunting once in a while. I did it when I was little, so it's ingrained in me, and I kind of put it into use in just daily life because it's honestly useful.
Yeah. Who knows? We might get to see an umbrella unfold itself, or you rack yourself again.
I didn't rack myself on footage.
Yeah.
Yeah, why I'm always recording. All right, so I guess that's the end of this. I'll hit stop recording. Anybody want to say anything before I go and edit this? Try and fit all the footage in like a jigsaw puzzle.
I am very, very glad to be doing this. Very excited.
12 a.m.
Yeah. So this was TX-Cryptid's first excuse of a podcast.
Podcast. Don't know yet. Don't know yet.
Well, I guess next time we do this, if we have to, it's gonna be more, I guess, talking about our backgrounds and all that, I guess.
Yeah. Like the only reason I see this happening is if we need a break and want some content out, or like an area, because I don't know. We're trying to go on documentary hunts, and I wouldn't really count the last one as a documentary hunt since it didn't turn out the way we expected.
Yeah.
All right.
Creature feature?
The creatures are humans. I swear to God, I thought I saw good old JR, but I don't know. Anyway, we're Gucci to go if you're ready.
Alright. This has been
All right,
TX Cryptid, and I don't know, stay spooky, motherfuckers.